Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to talk about why Tina is getting her 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road and why we chose this vehicle here. A lot of you guys love these car videos and the details on these, and they get a lot of people that ask a lot of questions, and it helps out tremendously. So I'm excited to do another one of these since we are getting a new car. Now, the reason this came about is, sorry, still fighting a cold here, and it's probably also the last video you're going to see here. You notice walls are empty. Like I said, we sold the house. We're getting ready to move out of here. We'll be down in Georgia in November full time, so everything's kind of moving and swinging here, and like I said, probably last video I'll do in this room after 13 years of doing them here. But we, Tina's been driving the Ram. We have that 2019 Ram 2500 diesel, and we love that truck. It's an amazing truck. Problem is, we no longer need it. We bought it to use it to tow a camper with. We used it for that. Then when we bought the place in Georgia, we bought a car hauler trailer, and we were putting my Tacoma and the Cherokee on that car hauler and hauling, either one of them down there behind that Ram and using it for, we used that truck for what it was intended for towing, heavy towing. And it was amazing. Now that we're selling this house in Michigan, we're moving to Georgia full time, we don't need to have this truck, and we don't need the diesel. And also, with the prices as high as they are right now on American cars, see, foreign, like Toyota cars, the prices haven't changed. They're the same as they've always been. But prices on American-made cars are through the roof, and we don't know how long that's going to last. When will that bubble burst and things go back to how they were? For an example, that Ram, I bought that Ram brand new. It had a $67,000 sticker price on it. I paid $51,500 for it. Okay, I teach you that stuff in my Save Thousands course, how to get those amazing deals. Now, those deals are not quite like you can't get those kind of deals right now due to the shortages and these issues and things like that kind of stuff. They're not available, but that bubble will burst and things will normalize, and when they do, American priced vehicles will then come back down and the deals will be available. But right now, American cars are priced through the roof. Toyota vehicles are still the same as they've always been, because they never offer tremendous deals, maybe $1,000 off, but nothing like where I could get, $15,000 off like I did on that Ram, $16,000 off of that Cummins diesel that we got. So those options are not there, like they used to be. Well, that Ram right now, with 70,000 miles on it, I'm going to sell it for $55,000, which I paid $51,500 3 years ago. It does have a 125,000 mile 6-year warranty, 125,000 miles, 6-year bumper to bumper warranty. So that'll help, but I'm selling it for $55,000. So I'm selling it for basically $4,000 more than what I bought it for 73,000 miles ago and 3 years ago. So that's what I said. That stuff that I teach you in that Save Thousands course really benefits in some of that kind of thing. Right now, though, with the way the market is, doesn't help too much. So it would be pointless for us to buy an American vehicle right now. The value is not there. And if I pay MSRP for an American-made vehicle, and then in 2 years or a year or 2 years from now, those prices stabilize and normalize, I won't get my money back because I paid MSRP on a vehicle that now, a year or two from now, will be selling for much lower than MSRP. Plus, like I said, with the skills I teach you in that course, people will be able to buy it for much lower. I won't get the resale. So right now, the smart buy for vehicles is Toyota. There's no doubt about it, because they are still at MSRP, and they're not doing additional dealer markup at a lot of them. Some dealers are. I did call a bunch of dealers, and there are still some that are doing ADM, additional dealer markup, 5, 8, 10 grand. No way, not paying that. But there are still a lot doing MSRP on Toyotas. So we get rid of that Ram, which we only owe like $20-something thousand on, and we get to put 30 grand down on whatever we buy. So it's a win-win, and we don't need the big diesel anymore. So that's what brought us to this. Now, and that's also the reason we're not looking at like the Ford Bronco or anything. Actually, the only two out there, there's 3 vehicles that fit what we want capability-wise. The Jeep Rubicon Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 4-door Jeep version of the Rubicon. That's one, fits our bill. The other one is the brand new full-size Ford Bronco, fits our bill, and the Toyota 4Runner fit our bill for off-road capability, style, function, and what we want for it. Those are the only three that are out there that have the capabilities we need in an SUV, period, hands down. With that said, the Jeep, American made, no good deals right now, no power to get deals. Shortages cause that, and like I said, the risk of losing money later on it down the road is too high. Ford Bronco, same thing applies. Very high prices right now, risk of losing money later on when that stuff stabilizes. Those Broncos are everywhere, not worth it. Other issue with the Bronco is they are blowing motors like crazy. Ford is having all kinds of problems with, Ford reliability has been very sketchy since the pandemic, and they're struggling, mainly because they use so many third-party vendors in all of their builds, and they're having problems with these third-party vendors. And like I said, they got motors dropping out of these new Broncos and going down like crazy. So it's not the right time right now for us to look at that. Leads us to the one and only, but also the best option for what we're looking for. So we want a vehicle that is going to be very capable off-road. Even though I have my Tacoma that I use for hunting and stuff like that too, we are an outdoors family. We are moving to Georgia. We have the mountains in North Georgia, the swamps in South Georgia, the coast and the beaches over on the east side. We got everything we want in Georgia that we want to explore and play with. We need a vehicle that's capable of doing all of those, that I can run down to beaches, that I can drive up in the mountains and do some of these hard trails and technical stuff up there, and it'll also handle the extreme mud and the stuff we deal with in the swamps when we're off-roading there too. 4Runner has that kind of capability. All right, it's 4Runner. The Toyota systems, four-wheel drive systems, are unmatched, in my opinion. But so far they're incredible. And I've owned Ram, and I've owned Jeep, and I've owned Fords, and I'm telling you, the Toyota systems are brilliant. But they have this TRD off-road model is giving us the rear locker, the multi-terrain select system, which is incredible. You get the independent brake lock differentials, okay, which means that the computer senses which wheel has slippage in the front. You have the back wheels locked up, but even in the front, it will sense which wheels need it, and it's almost like very similar to an electronic controlled front and rear lock, or front lockers on there. So it's a brilliant system. Their multi-terrain select system is incredible. It's got crawl control. It's got all the stuff that you want on there. The great ground clearance. It's got everything we're looking for in an off-road vehicle that will take us to those places. I love the drop-down rear window for the dogs. So when we're in the woods, they paws up on the back, looking out there, enjoying life, and it's just a beautiful thing. So the capability is there for this vehicle. The reliability, second to none. And I don't say that because it's a Toyota, because you guys know that I've said before that I believe that the reliability is equal along all brands when you think about it, because every brand's got issues. Toyota ranks higher reliable, but I've never had this Ram, never been an issue one time, never once in 73,000 miles, and it's been flawless. My F-150s, which Ford was supposed to be great reliability, every F-150 I've had has been in the shop for warranty stuff no less than 4 times each, and I've had 9 brand new F-150s in the past 14 years. So, that kind of thing. My Jeeps have been good. So what I'm saying is that reliability across the scale, I think, is about average for all of them, with the exception of the 4Runner. And there's a reason for that. The reason the 4Runner reliability is through the roof is because it is a dinosaur. This thing is ancient. And I love that about it. I need that right now. We need that in our life in this times that we live in, where workmanship has gone down, prices of everything are through the roof. Nobody wants to do a job anymore. Everybody half-asses everything they do. Companies can't get things straight from other manufacturers. This part comes in from this one, but it's screwed up, and so they go to this vendor. And all these things are a jumbled mess of chaos and crap that's out there in the world today, in every level. The 4Runner is an ancient design of pure simplicity and function. And I love that about it. Does it get great gas mileage? No. It gets 16 in a city and 19 on the highway. Oh my God, that's horrible. I can get 23 out of this. Yeah, you're right, you can. Who cares? I don't care. If I bought a new Bronco and I got 21 out of that new Bronco, but the thing's blowing motors, and then the motors, when you blow the motor, you can't get a new one for 5 months because their parts are on back order. I don't care about an extra mile or so that I lose per gallon. So the gas mileage doesn't worry me, but the design of the vehicle is pure bulletproof. It's been around for so many years. Every part is available at 1 million different Toyota dealers and all in stock and aftermarket support. There is not one part of that vehicle that you cannot find parts for anywhere you want to go, which is a great thing. Very rare to hear that today in any other vehicle out there. Okay, that 4-liter V6 that's in it, tried, proven, tested. There are so many of them running around with 300, 400, 500,000, 500,000 miles on these vehicles, and they're running flawless. Okay, the track record of reliability for a Toyota 4Runner is unmatched any other vehicle in the world today, period. Hands down, undisputed. You cannot argue this, okay? It just is what it is. That alone gives me a sense of stability in these very horrible times in the auto world and in the world in general we live in. Like I said, every level of service, quality, and things that are out there have gone down so fast in the last 3 years that it's unbearable. This vehicle has stood through that. So that reliability, off the charts. Huge factor for us. Tow capacity too, 5,000 pounds. Okay, Jeep Wrangler, Rubicons, okay, 3,500 pounds. I think the Ford, the Bronco, 35, I think, maybe. I'm pretty sure it was 35 when I looked at that. But 5,000 pound tow capacity. I tow a 3,100 pound trailer for pressure washing. Okay, would it tow it with a Jeep Rubicon? Yes, it could, but I don't want to. And also the way my trailer's set up, because, we're not getting into the specs on chemical weight and all the stuff that's in there. The way my trailer's set up, I do have more tongue weight than normal. I'm running about 20-25% tongue weight. I have to. So having 5,000 pound capacity on that tow rig is nice. Not that I'm towing with it very much. I have my Tacoma, but if that goes into the shop for something, I don't lose a day of work. There's days out there that I can make great money in one whole day of work, and if I have to lose my truck for a day or two because of a warranty or something, or say I hit a deer and my truck goes down and I'm stuck without it, having a vehicle with the tow capacity to tow my trailer keeps me making money. So that's a win-win for us too. Plus the price tag. $42,000 MSRP. That's what I paid for this vehicle. That's a 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD off-road in white. Okay, that's what I paid for it. Now it also comes with the Predator tube steps that are on it. We'll talk about some of that setup and what I got on there. But price tag $42,000 for the most reliable SUV ever made in history that is available with all of the off-road capability, the tow capacity, everything we need. $42,000 today, that's unheard of. Cannot argue with that. So that's a gold mine. Resale value, obviously. See, again, it's a Toyota. Since Toyota MSRP is where they're always at, fluctuating within $1,000 or $2,000, the resale on them is tremendous. Okay, like I told you, American cars, I can get, I bought my Jeep Renegade that had a $26,000 sticker price on it. I got it for $16,500. I paid $10,000. I got $10,000 off. That's 40-something% off on that vehicle I got buying it brand new. Okay, my Jeep Cherokee, all these vehicles, like I said, I get really good deals on American. The Ram, $67,800 for the sticker price. I paid $51,500. So those deals are there on American ones, or were pre-COVID. They'll come back, but when they come back, I'm going to lose. If I bought one at MSRP, I'm in trouble. Buying this at MSRP doesn't matter because they're always at MSRP basically. So the resale value stays the same. 5 years, 8 years, 6 years, 3 years, whatever I want to do to get rid of it. My resale value on this vehicle is rock solid. Okay, it works perfect. So that's the win-win on that, on the reasoning there. Now, as far as how will we set this thing up? Well, it's Tina's, so she wants it her way, and there's nothing wrong with that. And fortunately for me, her style is awesome. She wanted white or silver. Now, buying a 4Runner right now, they don't take orders for them because, again, shortages. You're not going to order one, or we would have. Instead, you have to find what's an allocated vehicle. Allocated means that it's a vehicle that the Toyota tells the dealer, you guys sell this money, so we are going to allocate you 3-4 runners per month, and I will tell you each month what you're getting. Okay? And the dealers say, okay, that's what we get. That's allocation. It's what's allocated by Toyota to that particular dealer. So since you can't order them, what I did, like I did with my Tacoma, is I got on the phone, I pulled up on my phone, I pulled up and saw where all the Toyota dealers are that were within so many miles of me, 200 miles of me. And then I started calling them, write down a list, and I wrote it down. Does this one have it? I call them, I say, what do you have coming for 4 runners on allocation? I want a 2022 TRD off-road version, non-premium. My wife hates leather seats. We do not want premium. She cannot stand them, and especially black leather in Georgia, no way. So she did not want the premium version, and she hates the moonroof. So for her, luckily for me, she doesn't want a premium. So we wanted the standard interior. So that's a gold mine for us. Savings of about $3,000 off there too by not getting the leather seats and the moonroof and the premium. So I tell them, want a 2022 TRD off-road, white 4Runner, white or silver, in the non-premium. What do you got coming in an allocation? So we don't have it. We got a Sport. We got an SR5. No. Okay, thanks. Move on to the next one. Scratch that. Call the next one on the list. Keep going until I find this vehicle. Well, I made the calls a couple days ago, and I call, and they're like, yeah, well, we have a white one. It's got exactly what you want, and the option-wise that we want to, which I'll explain, and it's already in port, it's here, and it should be in a dealer in about 2 weeks. It's already been here. It's on the West Coast. It's arrived. They unloaded it, and now it's being shipped over to the dealer, so we'll have it in our hands in 2 weeks. I tell her, great, I want it, MSRP, correct? She says, yes, MSRP. Well, we do this, and no, we're not doing this and this. I don't want to hear about window etching and security stuff. And no. I said MSRP, little finagling, but we got, okay, straight up MSRP plus sales tax. That's it, done deal, vehicle's mine. Put a $500 deal down on or credit card deposit over the phone. We now own the truck, okay? When it shows up in 2 weeks, we get it. So then I start buying the parts for it now that it's coming in. So how are we setting it up? Well, it comes with the Predator tube steps. I'm showing you pictures here, but it comes with the Predator tube steps already from the factory. Those are great. That's going to be fantastic. So those are on it. It comes with the Emblem Blackout Kit, which this on a white vehicle is important to us. I don't want chrome. So all of the badging, as I'm showing you this picture, is blacked out on it. That's coming straight from Toyota. So that kit will already be there. All the emblems are already blacked out, which is very, very nice. We are putting the Trd Pro wheels on it. Now it's coming with the standard off-road silver and black wheels and the 265 size 17 tires that are on it that are kind of a highway tire. That's what it comes standard with. Well, what I did instead is I'm buying separately, because these rims are a $1,300 option through the Toyota dealer. Well, instead I went online through Toyota dealers that have warehouses, and it actually offered better prices through BAM actually, but the actual same part number, same wheel, but I got the TRD Black Pro wheels, which you're seeing a picture of, and I got them for $700, brand new. So those are being shipped to my house right now. We wanted Falcon Wild Peak tires. Amazing tires. I've had them on so many trucks. You guys follow this channel, you know about it. I've even had them on my Jeep Cherokee. They're on the Ram. Had them on everything. And they're incredible tires. I wanted those for this. I would have tried those new Goodyear Ultra Trains that I have on my Tacoma because I love them, but they don't make them in the size we wanted. Because I'm going size-wise, we're going 1 1/4 inches taller and 1/2 inch wider than stock. This is the biggest size we can fit on a 4Runner without having to do a body mount chop, even if we were to lift it. Biggest size we can fit without having to literally cut the frame of the vehicle and back and re-weld stuff. So this is the size we want on there, which is basically 1 inch bigger and 1/2 inch wider than stock. So getting those tires, they didn't make them in the Ultra Terrain. We go straight to the Falcon Wild Peaks as default then because they're amazing. So we have those tires being shipped right here. I, again, shopped online, found the best deals. Tires right now are stupid, crazy expensive. We were getting prices, seeing them from $311 to $311 to $342. I ended up finding them through Walmart.com, which is also where I bought them for the Ram too. Prices are incredible. I got them for $240 a piece, which is the best deal around. Saved me $250 overall over anything else I could find. So those are en route to my house right now. I also had to buy black lug nuts, which I got the original Toyota version black lug nuts from BAM again, so I saved a lot of money. BAM is a Toyota dealer on there, so I got those coming. And what's nice about those too is they are they're not just painted black lug nuts, so they can be tires can be rotated a bunch and they're not going to chip and come off. They're actually anodized black, and they're much more durable. So I had those. Since I'm selling my original wheels and tires never being used, which will actually, so I have the tires coming, the rims coming, and I also bought brand new TPMS sensors to put in those. So when they get here, I'll have my local tire shop for 20 bucks or for 10 bucks a wheel. They'll build these. They'll mount the tire, balance it, have it all ready for me so that those are set. When a new 4Runner shows up at the dealership in 2 weeks, we will take these new tires with the black lug nuts, the tires, the rims, and the TPMS sensors in them, that whole wheel setup, throw them in my Tacoma. We'll drive down there. When we grab that 4Runner, I will have the dealer take off the stock wheels that are on there and put these new ones on. So the stock ones will have never been driven on. So when we get them home, I will then list for sale the original rims, tires, with the TPMS sensors in there, and I will sell those for whatever I sell them for, $1,200. Let's say I sell them for $1,200. Even worst case, let's say I sell them for $1,000. It cost me $2,000 for the new wheel setup, and I just got $1,000 of my money back from selling the old ones. So win-win. Where if you got these wheels from Toyota, they don't give you the old ones. They charge you $1,350. Plus on top of that, you don't get the black lug nuts, which is another $100. And then on top of that, you have to buy new tires for it anyway. So this is the simplest, easiest way for me to get the Trd Pro wheels, the bigger Falcon Wild Peak tires, and everything on there, and get most of my money back. Everything to me is about the money. So that's what we did. The Blackout Emblem package came with it. It does have the Predator tube steps like I told you on there. And I did want, real bad, I would have bought them anyway, but I don't own a vehicle that will not have all-weather mats in them. Okay, the rubber, good, high-rise, like WeatherTech or Husky or any of those kind of things, those floor liners. Fortunately for us, this one's coming from the factory with all of the TRD full rubber front, back, and cargo area mats in there. Win-win. So I like it. Comes with that. Came with the Blackout album. Came with the Predator tube steps. So it came with the edge seal protectors, which are just, that guard along when you step in the vehicle so you're not going to scuff the paint there. I love it. Fantastic. I can't argue at all about that. So that worked out good. So we are adding in, out of our own pocket, the tire stuff. We are adding in the Trd Pro Skid Plate, okay? This is the all aluminum skid plate with the red TRD in there. I'm going to add that. It comes with an okay skid plate, like my Tacoma off-road did, TRD off-road, but I put full set of skid plates on my Tacoma. On this, I will just buy that Trd Pro Skid Plate. Not only does it look nice, it's super functional, and I want it. And again, with what we're going to do with this thing, that's important. Tina does not like the look of roof baskets at all, but she absolutely loves how the Toyota TRD Pro roof rack is. She loves the look of that roof rack. So this is something I'm going to buy. I could have bought it online, saved a little money, but the downside is they charge you like $300 for shipping. So this is one I will buy straight from the dealer. I'm going to call the dealer up and say, hey, order this for me. I'm going to pay the full whatever. I think it's $6.99 is what it is for this. But I'm going to pay that full price, and then I'm going to walk into the dealer and pick it up. But I'm going to save, because you could get it online for like $600, but then you're paying $300 in shipping, so you're really at $900 is what they're charging you for it. So it's cheaper to actually just order it at your dealer, go in and pick it up. It's an hour install, and you're seeing pictures of what this will look like. So that is the setup. This is it. We are not getting crazy. We are not lifting it. We are not doing anything because we want this. This right here is important. Okay, all of these are the important factors in order. This, it already has the capability. We don't need it lifted. We don't need more capability than what it already provides. It does enough. But we want that. So we are keeping it non-lifted, keeping it basically standard. All we're doing is the wheels and tire combo, the blackout kit, the roof rack. It's going to look going down the road exactly like a Trd Pro. That's what it looks like. Okay, the Pro is a $65,000 version of this, with different suspension and things like that. That doesn't matter to us, but when we see them, my wife loves the look of the Pro way more than she likes the look of the standard 4Runners or the off-road. So, you know, with $1,600 after we sell those tires, that's what it's going to cost me total, is $1,600 to do these upgrades, because I'm going to sell the original wheels and stuff. But for $1,600, I take it from looking like a TRD off-road to make it look exactly like, appearance-wise, a Trd Pro, which is what she wants. So that's our 4Runner experience. That's what we're doing. And these are the reasons why and how. So hopefully, if you're looking at a 4Runner, it helps you figure out some of the things you're after. But this is, by far, the most reliable vehicle that's available today, probably that's ever been made. This one in 2022. You get the LED headlights, you get the LED, you know, it's upgraded as it gets. Next year, they're going to redesign this thing, and they're getting rid of that motor, and they're going to put in a turbocharged V6, and they're doing all this stuff. And Toyota, the reliability of these, when you start turboing things, it's going to start to go downhill. Okay, that's next time around, whatever they do. But right now, today, as we speak, this vehicle is by far the most reliable and most capable off-road vehicle combination that you can have, hands down. We want it. We're getting it. We're excited. The price is so affordable in today's numbers, and the resale value is there. Win-win all the way around. Hello, Toyota 4Runner. I can't wait for you to be in the driveway. Thanks for watching.